Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Lost Soldier 978 here with the deck of the, well, not my deck of the month, because I guess you could say, I'm not sure. I have like more decks I want to put up for the month. But this deck is my the deck I took to Natick, the regionals in Natick, Massachusetts last week. It is the Chaos deck. It was inspired and similar to the deck that Magic Khan, the guy who top 4 YCS Anaheim, with the same deck. Also card for card, maybe 1 or 2 cards that are in there, and the side deck's like different. It's more to my style. I play tested this deck around before the regionals, for most of the week. It has done pretty good. I've won locals. I've topped a couple locals and won locals in different places, and I've beaten people with this. It is pretty consistent. You have to be very conservative and stuff like that. There are 2 proxies in here, but I didn't run those 2 proxies for regionals because I got the actual cards. But the thing about this deck, it is pretty consistent. You have to be very conservative. You have to be conservative. You can't go all out with this deck. There's so much combo, so many plays, and so many ways to advantage your opponent. It can even go toe for toe with it's even worse matchups like Gravekeepers and I would say also Monarchs as well. It could be all around. I'm going to show you the deck first, and then I'll get on to the side and extra deck. So yeah, this is Chaos Salvo and meta. How you want to call it. We're going to start with the darks. You got 3 Dekoichi. The draw power of the deck, you guys flip face up, draw a card. This is like Black Salvo's partner in crime, whereas Salvo just basically grabs his card. Usually first all you just usually set, and then you just basically use like a plus for everything. And it's also a dark as well. 2 Black Salvos. Like I said, this is basically its best friend in crime. Summons, it grabs it, and then you can sync onto your 7s. Also, you have Doom Calvary Knight. This card is pretty amazing right now in this format, especially since a lot of decks right now, since a lot of cards usually go up effects. So if you summon this like first turn, kind of like slows down your opponent a little bit, just because they can't really go off like their first turn, like they want to do their Spot Frog effects or their Kaigeki. I get those always confused. Their Kaigeki plays, or like their spies and all that type of stuff. It really slows them down. 19 attacker, 18 defender. I love this card a lot. 2 chaos sources. You play a mix of light and darks, and this is a chaos deck, and this is a staple in chaos decks. If you don't run this, then you're obviously not playing chaos decks. Breaker. I would say this is the MVP of the MVP of the deck. Basically an MSC on legs. A lot of people don't really see this coming, just because the fact that it is no one who really plays nowadays. Base summon, gets a counter, and you can just basically just increase its attack, and it pops like magic trap. You can pop like their necropalace and stuff. So really gotta think twice. Very versatile card as well. Very versatile. 2 Spear Reapers, another good card in this deck. Now that there's 2, it's a lot. I see a lot of decks running most of these decks running in 2s. Main deck and side deck, especially I see these in Gravekeepers as well as Black Wings apparently, and Hero Beats. I see a lot of people running this. It basically stalls out the game until you get what you need. This is basically a lot outs, and Elastic Samurais can't really get through this unless they have like their Descendants and their hands or Misuhos. And you can also just push your opponent. It's very just push your opponent. And as you keep pushing and pushing, your opponent's gonna have no choice but to use their resource that was meant for another card on this. Gore's stable, stops OTKs, and can stops OTKs and stops your opponent from going all out and going for a game on you. Gale, one of the best tuners in the game, can half Stardust and Shien and just go through. And Dark Arm, it's a staple. You run darks, a lot of darks. And the lights, you have Double Thunder King. 2 in this deck is way better than 3. You don't want to. You can run a 3rd one if I have room, but I think this 2 is a lot more better. If you summon this first turn, and set like a Dust Lane or something like that, you could basically tell you that you have like a good chance of like playing out to win the game, because basically nowadays most decks usually open up with searching. Well, most decks have like 65 or 60, 30, 40% searching cards, and most of the time they open up their hands with searcher cards. So if you just summon this first turn, just summon it. Maybe set a back row or two. Just call it a turn. That basically just like it just really hurts your opponent because most of the time they're gonna open up with with searcher cards, especially against Gravekeepers, because you go up summon this, they can't use their terraforming. Some of them run terraforming. Their recruiters, their commandants, just to grab this. And also good against plants and 6 samurais as well. This shuts down 6 samurais along with Dust Tornado. 2 effect Veilers. This card has saved my life as well, numerous times. You hold on to your hand it's always good to hold on to the right moment. You shouldn't really use this right off the bat unless it's critical. Most of the time, if you hold this for late game, it can really help you out in late game situations. Double Cyber Dragons. And that's it for the lights. I'm gonna go with the traps as I guess. Double warnings, staple, and one of the most broken traps in the game. Double D prisons. You gotta get something to get over your Stardust, to get over those big cards like Stardust and stuff like that. Double Dust Tornado. These cards were very key in my 6 samurai matches. Like I said, you summon Thunder King and you set a Dust Tornado. Most of the time they're gonna try to go for the pluses by activating 6 Samurai United, just to do that. And you said they summon 6 Samurai United because since they can't use their what should we call it? Their smoke signals. All you can really say is summon Thunder King. Let me see. Alright, right? Summon Thunder King instead of Dust Tornado. And there may be a back row just in case. Like, let's say, Dimensional Prison. Alright, this is basically what will happen. Basically, this will happen. You used to prevent them from using their smoke signal. They try to get pluses by drawing in some big monster like Grandmaster or Kizan. You Dust Tornado them. If they even try to summon Grandmaster, just prison it. And you basically left them high and dry because they really cannot do nothing. Also, especially in Gravekeeper matchups, very amazing. Yeah, then Torrential, Salvo, Mirror Force, Staple, Mind Crush. I wasn't really a big fan of this card. Maybe because I don't know how to use it. Maybe it didn't help me out a lot. It did, but not most of the time. Because there was a time during a match in my regional, I Mind Crushed and I wanted to get Kaigeki and I said Kizan. And like I said, I always get those two mixed up and just kind of ruined me. It's probably my fault. I'm not a big fan of it. The spell cards, these are supposed to be dualities. I played 2 dualities at the regional. My boy lent them to me. Shout out to Benhams18. His link should be down below. Pretty cool guy, one of my good friends. Duality. If you open up with this turn with duality and Doom Calibur or Thunder King, you pretty much can really work out to your advantage. Actually, you probably win the game. Duality lets you speed up the deck quicker. Even pluses. I had one of my matches. I was versing some plant player. He made a misplay, I guess you could say, when he effect veiled my Thunder King. I'm like, okay. Then I had duality, and it helped me out so much. I had a freaking Thunder King and a duality. It was the best of both worlds. So duality is another key in his deck. I run 2 over 1. 2 is more consistent, just to grab what you need quickly. Book of Moon, Staple, Smash. I usually try this out most of the time, but not all the time. It has help. Reborn, Dark Hole, Allure, and double MSTs are staples. That's the deck. I'm going to show you the side deck. The side deck was very key in my winnings. Royal Oppression. You usually, like I said, I love anti-meta, and this is also, like I said, an anti-meta deck. Sorry for that messy deck right there. Yeah, I'm just it's kind of hard doing this with the camera at once sometimes. Usually what would happen is usually you play Chaos and you side deck into anti-meta, and usually this kind of slows down plants, slows down 6 samurais. It's not really good to get match up against frauds because with the Treeborn frauds and special TKs. It can, but then not really. Also, Dino, this card has saved my life. I think this is one of the best under the radar cards in the game right now. Basically, 85% of this deck of this format right now is special summonings. This card just locks it down. You summon it, set a back row, you win the games. Or you can even set it face down. They just go, get the f out of here. I love this card. Doom Caliber Knight and Thunder King Ryo. Again, this is a light and dark. This is a chaos deck, and my other two were in my side decks. Usually I would add these two in if I go up against like 6 samurais and everything. You want to just go all out because, like I said, you slide into stun, and you basically just play these along with chaos sorcerers and stuff like that. So there's what they are. Graham Hole. This is one of my this card helped me get my invite at the regional, whereas especially it's one of your only outs towards synchros like Stardust and Sheehan. When I was versing one of my opponents in the final round table in the last round, I had Cyber Dragon. I drew the Grand Wall, summoned Cyber Dragon, summoned Mole, bounced his Trishula, and attacked with Cyber Dragon, and then he was kind of falling back, and I just drew the Fossil, that's all she wrote. This card has been really key. Pull the rug, 2 pulling the rugs, Monarch matchup. 2 crevice different dimensions. I didn't have DD Crows, so this was an option. It has helped when I went up against frogs and fish, but I didn't have crows. I would play these over crows anytime, really, because you get rid of 2, and you get the other attributes. You can get over Bayous and stuff. 1 puppet plant. I only had 1 puppet plant, so it was key at times. If I didn't have no puppet plant for the regional, so if I had 2, I'd play 2 definitely. Connect Soldiers, 6 Samurais, Hero Beat, and Moment for the plants. The extra deck, I'm going to get to that right now. I got a little time left. Just going to go through Brio, Arcanite, Magician. This card has helped me win. Shout out to my boy Adler who lent me this card. This card helped me 3 times. Helped me in 3 duels, and 2 out of 3 of them I won. One of the third ones I baited out Oppression and got his life points. Got a chunk of his life points lower and just went for game. This card is pretty good. I won another one though. 1 Gaia, Ancient Fairy. This would have been good in Great Keeper matchups. Red Dragon, Colossal, Double Star Rust, Black Rose. I always recommend playing a second one if I don't have a second one. Scrap Archfiend, Dark End, Android. If I had Catastrophe, I'd play Catastrophe. Iron Chain, and 2 Chimera Attack Fortress Dragons. So yeah, that is my deck. See that? Yeah, that was my deck of the month. It is Chaos. Comment, rate, subscribe. You guys want to know what I did, how I did the regional? I went X and 2. I was at the top tables most of the day. I almost top baited. I came in 15th place. Shout out to new Playaz Circle, Team Absolute, my team. Pretty much we had 1 person top 8, and that was my teammate Victor, who played a really techie Frog Monarchs. I'll probably put the link on my channel and post the link on this thing. My boy Robert, he came in 14th. Christian came in 16th. My teammate Generation Jump, that's his channel. Chan, my other teammate, he came in 17th. So pretty much most of us got our invites as well. So we're probably going to see us at Nationals. YCS, I'm probably playing I'm going to play a different deck at YCS. Hope I can get a deck profile with it. I'm really trying to perfect it. Yeah, I might play this for Nationals, but I might play something else for YCS because I want to be creative and go back to my creative roots again. But yeah, this is Lost Social 978. Deuces.